Water parks are places of fun and recreation for the family, at least until tragedy strikes in one of their water slides. Today we're going to be looking at 10 of the most insane banned water slides you can't ride anymore. Number 1 is something special. It was deemed too dangerous in that it was closed only a month after opening. Stay tuned for that one. Number 10. Steamer Slide Calypso Water Park, Canada. The Steamer Slide in Calypso Park is considered one of the most dangerous water slides in the world. It's so dangerous, in fact, that back in 2015, Calypso Water Park was ordered by Ontario authorities to pay $500,000 in fines and damages. Apparently, the ride caused serious neck and back injuries to its riders, and worse, they were never reported. Reports of injuries date back as early as 2011, though, as former riders wrote reviews to air their grievances. One former rider wrote on TripAdvisor that the tube she and her husband were riding on suddenly flipped due to a strong gush of water, resulting in her breaking her collarbone and her husband suffering a concussion. And how did the park compensate for their injuries? They were given free passes to the water park, which expired 2 months after the incident occurred. When investigated, it was found that the slide had developed a buckle in one area, causing the tubes to flip over. It was banned soon thereafter. Number 9. AQUASPHERE Park, Australia. There's nothing like a family raft ride for family togetherness in hospital emergency rooms. Yes, at the Peninsula Aquatic Recreation Centre in Frankston, Australia, parents can bond while watching their children receive treatment for multiple water slide related injuries. Park has a pair of notorious slides, but its AQUASPHERE has been linked to a curiously high number of accidents. On one occasion, 2 adults hit their heads inside the slide's tunnel and suffered head trauma. Park officials then had to shut the slide down for 10 months, but just days after the reopening there was another accident. This time a woman experienced severe back pain after riding the AQUASPHERE. And on another occasion, a boy fell off the tube inside the ride and was battered around the inside of the ride before he was ejected. According to witnesses, the boy lost consciousness for nearly 15 minutes. The worst part is, it seems that park management knew that the slide was unsafe. When the park opened back in 2014, AQUASPHERE was not opened along with it. Apparently, park employees who tested the ride before opening also suffered injuries while using it. Number 8. Shoot the Rapids, Cedar Point, Ohio. Cedar Point Water Park in Sandusky, Ohio refers to itself as the best amusement park in the world. This is all while they're hoping that you won't remember the accident that happened back in 2013. In July of 2013, guests were on board the river rafting simulation ride Shoot the Rapids when something went horribly wrong. The boat they were sitting in suddenly rolled backward 187 feet down the lift track, hit the edge of a concrete flume, hit another boat, and then flipped over. Riders were trapped upside down in the water, and it was probably only the quick action of park employees and a few bystanders that kept the incident from turning tragic. After a thorough investigation, it was found out that the accident happened because 2 of the ride's safety features failed. One that was designed to keep the boats from sliding backward, and the other that was supposed to keep the boats on the track. The ride wasn't officially shut down until 2016, and most Cedar Point fans weren't especially sad to see it go. Comments abound for its horrible design, and most people said that it was a dangerous and faulty product, and also a huge waste of space. Looks like the chances of this water slide reopening is next to none, as it should be. Number 7. Black Hole Water Slide, Wet n Wild Water Park, Orlando. The Wet n Wild Water Park in Orlando is no longer open to the public, and that means its most notorious water slide is no more as well. Many of the park's dilemmas revolved around a ride called the Black Hole, which the Orlando Business Journal described as a twisting ride where guests shoot down a dark tube on a 2-person float. The Black Hole injured one man in 1994 so badly that he sought and won a $1.73 million judgment against the amusement park in 2000. The man claimed he was struck by something in the dark, and when he arrived at the bottom of the slide, he couldn't move his legs. Doctors had to insert a titanium plate into his neck. That was probably the Black Hole's worst injury, but there were others too. Tubes sometimes flipped, people fell off, tubes were hit by other tubes, and all this happened mostly in the dark. Which must have made it extra super sucky. So goodbye Wet n Wild and Black Hole, we won't really miss you that much. Number 6. Prior reported injuries on the slide and did nothing to improve the safety of the slides. Due to the numerous lawsuits filed against them, management just decided to shut the slide down. Good idea for them to quit while they're, I guess not ahead, but, well, afloat. Number 5. VERRUCKT, Kansas City Water Park. It's awful when anyone gets injured or killed while out doing something that's supposed to be fun. But the absolutely horrific way this child died makes it hard to even think about, let alone put down in words. The Schlitterbahn Water Park in Kansas City wanted to be known as having the world's tallest water slide, so they built a 170-foot tall atrocity and named it VERRUCKT, which means crazy in German. Everything went fine for a while, until a 10-year-old boy named Caleb Schwab got on the ride and was decapitated after his raft caught air and his head struck a pole. According to The Independent, state attorneys actually brought criminal charges against the park, but they were later thrown out by a judge who said the evidence against the park was improper. Caleb's family did get a $20 million settlement from the park and some of the companies involved in its design. But it's pretty hard to put a price on the loss of a child, particularly in such a horrific way. Fortunately, VERRUCKT was permanently shut down and dismantled in 2018 after 2 years of looming over the park as a horrible monument to one of the worst tragedies in water park history. Number 4. Cannonball Drop Action Park, New Jersey. Action Park, if you haven't heard of it, was one of the most notorious water parks in the entire world. It was so notorious that it was shut down in 1996 after a total of 6 fatalities, and so many injuries that no one seems to be able to actually count them. It did not stay closed though. It was reopened in 2010 and the new owners promised that safety would be their top priority. Well, apparently not. One of the more notorious action park rides is one that only closed down relatively recently. It was called Cannonball Falls and it featured a 10-foot drop into a mountain pool. It was the most dangerous water slide in the state of New Jersey, with 6 injuries during the 2015 season alone. Still, that's pretty tame compared to the overall number of action park injuries that season, which was 27, which is tame compared to the number of injuries in 2012, which was 70. According to NJ.com, Cannonball Falls was permanently closed a few weeks before the end of the 2015 season. So that's something, anyway. Number 3. The AQUA-SCOOT, Action Park, New Jersey. By this time you should be getting an idea on how crazy Action Park really was. And one reason why this water park has its notorious reputation is this insane water slide. Funny enough, it's not because it's the highest or the fastest, it's just because of stupid design, really. Someone at Action Park once had the bright idea to make a slide out of warehouse rollers because a fast stream of water just wouldn't cut it. Riders went down the AQUA-SCOOT on a plastic sled, and the idea was that you'd pick up a lot of speed and then skip across the water at the bottom like a flat stone. The problem was, if you weren't sitting on the sled at exactly the right angle, you could get flung off of it. And if that wasn't enough, the pool was so shallow, it was just 2 feet deep according to some reports. You wouldn't even have the benefit of a soft landing. Oh, and that's if you made it as far as the water. You see, some unlucky riders fell off the sled on the way down, which would result in horrific pinching injuries, followed of course by a head injury once you got to the pool. And Action Park employees didn't bother to wait until one rider exited the pool before sending the next rider down. So collisions were also common on this ride. New Jersey, get your act together, goodness. Now it's time for the day's best pick. By the looks of it, it is real, and it could just be the tallest water slide ever made. Also horrifying. Number 2. High up in the clouds. The photo that you're seeing right now looks too good, or rather, too terrifying to be true. Could you imagine yourself about to go down a water slide that towers over skyscrapers that are looming in the distance? I personally couldn't. I'm petrified of heights, so I don't wanna. So I think it's safe to say that this is another creation of some digital artist with a twisted imagination. But it does remind me of a band water slide that really did justice to its name. Insano, the crown jewel of Brazil's giant water park, Beach Park, is the tallest freestanding body slide in the world. Daring riders free fall from the top, meaning that for a few seconds your body isn't even touching the slide, to the bottom of the steep drop at a speed of up to 65 miles per hour. Built in 1989, the 135-foot high ride held the Guinness record for the world's tallest water slide up until 1999, when it was beat out by the 193-foot Kilimanjaro in Rio de Janeiro. Still, Insano does justice to its name by being the tallest freestanding body slide and is certainly one of the most radical rides on the planet.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. The Cannonball Loop, Action Park, New Jersey. Oh boy, Action Park, you just can't catch a break, can ya? And now to complete the trilogy of Action Park's insane water slides, we give you the granddaddy of them all. A water slide so infamous for being dangerous, riders had to be hosed down with water to improve their chances for making it to the end. A slide so terrifying that even the most daring adventurer wouldn't even think of trying it. A ride that caused so many injuries that it had to close down only after a single season. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Cannonball Loop. It was long and black and ended with a loop at the end that looked so improbable you had to wonder if it ran laws of physics unknown to us here on Earth. It was open in the summer of 1985, but it only lasted for around a month before it was shut down by the New Jersey Carnival Amusement Ride Safety Board, and man, that is a big ol' mouthful. It's because of all those other crazy Action Park rides were tame compared to this one. It was mostly Action Park employees who tried the slide out, and all of them were given $100 in exchange for probably, horrible injuries. In Action Park's defense, though, they did send dummies down the thing first. Never mind that some of them came out missing body parts. Thank you, New Jersey, for just these amazing stories. Which insane water slide would you have been brave to try? Let us know in the comment section down below. Want more videos about the unique and the downright insane? Click on any of the videos you see on the screen. As always, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you next time.